This was an extremely difficult case of a hypermature cataract and a gentleman with a shallow chamber who had a very complex problem in his other eye. Initially, we noted, even after sugarcane, that the pupil did not dilate, and we put in the new Siepser Ideal Ring, which is a specially formatted and developed ring that not only dilates the pupil but protects the pupillary ruff from any damage. Here I use a cystotome. Even though there's poor visibility, I can, under high mag, see the capsular flap, which is a triangle-like horseshoe tear affair. I drive that around, and as I sort of lose it in the mire of cortex and debris, I then took a capsular forceps and continued the tear to make a complete 360-degree capsulorhexis. Extremely dense cataract. I used the Siepser endocapsular controller in my other hand, then cracked the nucleus carefully here with a Sinski and the endocapsular controller, breaking it into 4 pieces carefully. Then going to a lower power mode with higher suction, we were able to remove the entire nucleus and, of course, aspirate the cortex. Here we're introducing the soft tech lens into the posterior capsule. There were a couple of capsular rents, and so what I normally do is get the lens into the eye and then carefully rotate it away from the area of the small anterior capsular break just under the wound area. I then use a collar button to remove the Siepser Ideal Ring, which is very flexible. Once I have it engaged in the collar button, I can remove it, and it's a soft ring, which really works very nicely. The wounds were just not tight enough after all this work, and quite a long phaco, so I put in an X suture, which didn't quite get the wound closed the way I would prefer. We carefully irrigated, removed all the viscoelastic, but finally noted that it was continually leaking. Even using the Siepser betadine test, it showed this persistent leak. What we did then was slightly hydrate the wounds again, add some air, because you can't have any fluid egressing from the eye. Put a little Heal-On and the viscoelastic here under the wound area, and then dry everything very carefully, keeping the eyes soft and making sure the areas of the wound are not leaking. Then we put the Resure sealant over those areas, both the paracentesis and the main incision. Allow that to gel, and then be very careful not to overinflate the eye, but just merely reform the chamber. Here's the Siepser betadine test showing that there's no leakage over those sites whatsoever. Once that's completed, we often put Trimoxy in the eye. We left the air bubble present, removed the viscoelastic, and retested with the betadine test. You can see the Resure sealant is good, but there's no flow and no obvious leaks.